What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome for what is a rarity from me. Only happens on special occasions. It's like the passing of Halley's Comet, or it's like the werewolf howling. Never really hear it. Doesn't really happen too often. We are on a very special mod review, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know by now, the DLC, the classic DLC from Mattxjs has arrived, and good lord, what a DLC, folks. Right here in front of me, we have all of the equipment that that comes with the DLC, and it is each and every individual piece is fantastically sculpted. The amount of time and effort that has gone into this to create this, I could not comprehend. And I'm sure, as everybody here, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to Matt for all of his tireless effort. What we're going to do, we're going to go around it, we're going to have a look at all of the machines individually. It won't be a massively long mod review. There are great mod reviews out there already, so do go check those out, but this is just my thoughts, my feelings on them all as we progress through. So we will start with the glorious little 390 turbo in front of us here, with lovely little mudguards on. I do like this. Now this is one thing that we know from prior work. As you may know, Mattxjs has released the fantastic Ford TWs, and I do believe there's a revamped version of those on the way soon. But we know that he has great attention to detail, to the modelling, to the bodywork, and to the interiors as well, and that rings true for everything that we're seeing here. So if you look down at the 390T, for example, the engine bay, the detailing on the pipework, the oil filters stand true, and on the same other side as well. Look at the fantastic detail we have in there. We jump into the cab, and just like the model itself, very bland, very basic, not a lot happening there, but that's exactly how it should be. It's not a machine that has a lot of complex levers or buttons, switches, computers, or anything like that. It has exactly what it needs to have, and it just feels boxy, and it feels quite cozy in here, but it's, to me again, it just feels perfect. But the best thing about this, by an absolute mile, listen to this sound. Yeah, isn't that perfect? Feels like it needs like a few minutes just to get itself going, kind of cranked up there, and then it's firing. But what a lovely little machine. I feel like this machine can go into any yard really and just be a good yard tractor, pull and push things around, tow things, work a diet feeder maybe, and that's about it. This piece is obviously part of the combine that we're coming on to, a very standard kind of header trailer here with a lock-in script so your header won't fall off. I feel like that's crucial to say. I tried, I crashed into a few walls at speed, couldn't get it to fall off there, so it's a great little addition. And here we have it, one of the center stage pieces really, the new Holland Tx 34. Often I've said that we've been longing to get a smaller, older combine. Giants have the vanilla version of the case, the old case 1455, is it? That's the tractor. Anyway, but it's nice to have a more classically European old combine. What we will do as well, we'll start this up at some point. There are dividers to go into the front of that, so we will just get those to appear now actually. What we need to do, it's got a lovely sound to it as well. It really does. All of the it should be said, all of the audio for all of the models here have been recorded by Matt himself. So he's found some true to life audio, which is important. But we just take this, just see our header dividers appear on the front there, which is lovely. And then as soon as I stop the engine, you get that kind of old rattle down, the wind down of the cogs and the bearings as it starts to slowly come to its stationary position. We're just going to park this back up here because I just want to get the dividers on. But as you can see from an internal standpoint, this looks fantastic again. The combines of this era as well didn't have computer screens, didn't have much, had a few gauges down the bottom there. Those 3 levers on the side were for all the controls of the header, and then your gear lever down there, and these 4 levers on the side were for threshing and the straw chopper and things like that. So they are all working, and looks fantastic as well. Outside, a lot of detail on the outside here. I love the straw chopper is operational, so we can lift that up, we can put it down, we're going to be working. Come around this side, I do love the fact that we have, when the drive's going, we have a spinning drum there. But what I like in particular, if we just come to the outside version, the detail for the engine again on the top is fantastic. We've got a bit of grain left in the tank there as well. So what we'll do, we'll just reverse up to the trailer. Nice high auger as well to allow us to get into high-sided trailers, lorry trailers, bulker trailers, that kind of thing. And a good long flow going right down into the bottom of the trailer. And as you can see there, as I lift up the straw chopper, that allows us to leave straw into a swath so it can be baled. And then we just fold back down the auger, and we can fold the top down on the grain tank as well. Lots of lovely detail into this, like I said though, and what we'll do is I fold this back up. We'll let it run away as we kind of drive around. We've got the PTO shaft is spinning. And it just looks lovely. You can see that the drum's starting to turn as well. So a fantastic piece of equipment. It really is. Comes with a 14-foot cutter bar with dividers on the front there as well. And that is the combine done. Moving on, we are going to leave the biggest tractors till last. We're going to go to the Case Magnum 5150. Now the Case Magnum, it should be said, this is a great little tractor actually. The variations available, I think the only way that we can truly find these are, let's switch this off first. The only way we can truly find all of these are by going into the store and just running through all the variations, because they are plentiful, let me tell you. We'll start with the tyres. You can get dual wheels on front and back, dual wheels on just the rear. You can equip it with a front linkage or not, or just a weight. You can have a front loader on there as well. This is only involved here because I have a gearbox mod enabled. And then when you come through all of this setup here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different variations of the tractor. So that's paintwork. You can have the 5150, the 5150 Pro, and then a whole different array of body paintwork schemes, really. But fantastic looking tractor, strong looking, simple front linkage on the front of it. Nice wide tyres on this model here. Again, a simple but strong looking 3-point linkage on the back with the linkage control buttons on the mudguards as well. Inside, I love this tractor inside. The interior of this tractor is perfect for me. I drove one of these for a while, way back when, and I must say that it's perfect. Reminds me exactly of the tractor I drove. On the side here, at the top two levers, you have the gear lever and the splitter lever, and then you have throttle, hydraulics, hydraulic 2, power takeoff, and then you have, I believe, that little the tiny little joystick switch there is to switch between the high-low box, I think. I could be wrong. And then we have some more auxiliary hydraulics here and the pickup hitch. So it's perfect. The detail inside, the way it just looks so clean and so solid. I have no idea how you'd ever do this, but it looks fantastic. And then at the top we have our air conditioning and our radio, most importantly. But as I'm sure you'll all agree, an absolutely fantastic looking tractor. This particular model is pulling a Kverneland plough. This is a 4-furrow vari-width plough. So if I go into the tractor, we'll start up, turn it over. So we lift up the hydraulics here, and look at the action as this turns over. So the width is reduced, it reverses over, and then the width is back to its preset. Now, in real life, these tractors kind of have a variable width for each furrow. I think it's anywhere, these ones up to about 18 inches, from about 11 inches. Obviously, the wider the furrow width, the more ploughing you can actually, the greater the width of the whole plough on a single pass. Moving on again, we're going to jump over to the next 5150. You can see this is just the 5150, no other options. We've got the weight equipped on the front there, with some lovely dual wheels on the back, and we are pulling a lovely Lemken Smaragd cultivator. A nice old cultivator, very simple. We've got 2 lines of chisel plough, and then we've got some evening discs, leveling discs before a packer roller on the back as well. So very nice and easy, very nice and simple. We lift it up again, and as you can see, we'll just drive forward a little bit here, and you can see all we're doing is simply breaking up the ploughed land and working it down a little bit. So very straightforward. But again, with the extra dual wheels on there, you do get a lot more stability, which I find is very good. Moving on now. In my mind, this DLC would be worth it if there were 2 bits of equipment in, and we're about to head to those now. I am of course thinking about the JCB Fast Track 150 Turbo and the 525/67 Load-All. We'll get to the Load-All shortly. So the JCB Fast Track, one of the original fast tracks created by JCB when they ventured into this market here. This one is, they're both equipped with 3-point linkages on the front. There are an array of different wheel options again, including dual wheels on the front and rear, dual wheels on just the rear, normal tyres, wide tyres, and narrow tyres as well. It comes with 3 different gearbox configuration options. So if we cycle along here, we have 40 kilometers an hour, 55 kilometers, 65, and 75 kilometers. So if you're doing some long distance karting, 75 kilometers would be perfect. Moving into the cab. Again, a lovely, bright, airy cab here. A little bit more modern than perhaps the case, with some great configurations. We've got a air conditioning unit at the top there. We've got the radio over there as well. We have our handbrake on the left-hand side of the steering wheel there. We have our steering wheel, our hand throttle, our high-low gearbox, and our and also our gear ranges. And then, quite simply, we have our hydraulic control, our depth control there, and then our spool valves. And this here at the back will be our pickup hitch again. So if we start this up, got a nice meaty kind of engine sound to it, I must say. But yeah, very nice looking tractor. I do like just how airy and how clean it is in here again. These cabs are always huge. Look at the size of the passenger seat we've got here. But yeah, this one is really fascinating to me. Great looking tractor. On the back, we have a nice vintage Amazon drill, a D830 Special. Now this is really cool. This would be something that modern days you'd probably just use for like a drilling grass seed or something really. But back in the day, you would have used this to drill everything. You could have attached this onto the back of a Mattxjs power harrow, for example, and you'd have been able to drill everything. What we will do is just lower one of our ridge markers. So you have a quite simple setup here, driven by friction, by ground control. So as that spins around there, the inner agitators will let seed down into the coulters, and then the harrows on the back there cover over all the seed. So very simple, very little to go wrong on a machine like that. We are going to fill it up with some seed here from our lovely JCB load haul. This is magnificent. This is a load haul 525/67. Now again, the farm we used to run used to have one of these as well, and it was fantastic. Such a robust machine, you couldn't go wrong with it. You could absolutely hammer the thing, and it would still work perfectly well. Inside, amazingly looks remarkably immaculate, really. All the machines, the telehandlers that I've ever driven in at this age, never quite look like this anymore. They've always looked a little bit worn, a little bit haggard, and kind of worn down. But yeah, this one is perfect. 3 spool valves to control the hydraulics on the front end. That is our gear stick there. And then we have our forward reverse selector on the left, the yellow lever, and on the right we have our indicator and wiper stalks. And then we've got brake, clutch, and accelerator. On the column here, that is a load sensor that if in real life as you extend your boom out, if you've got too much weight on there, it will sense that it's beeping and then it needs to be kind of brought in, or you need to control your load a little bit better there. This machine is 4-wheel steer, and it has a really rapid little turning circle actually. As we spin around, turning on a dime pretty much, which is going to be fantastic for any narrow yards you may be working in. To try and get anything mucked out there, you won't have a problem to do it at all. It doesn't come with any implements, but there are a vast array of implements that can fit this and work very well with it. But it is an absolutely fantastic little machine. Very, very, very much looking forward to bringing this onto many of my games. And then finally, we come back to another JCB fast track. This one has wide tyres on only. Nice front linkage, PTO on the front linkage as well. But crucially, absolutely crucially, we have this monstrous lizard trailer. This thing can hold 30,000 litres of pretty much anything, really. Now what I'm going to do is we start this up. Let's bring up our list here. We can either unload this from the back, from the grain door, or from the left side or the right side. So we are going to go from the back. Probably much the annoyance of the farmer who's just harvested this field, but never mind. So if I tip here, you can see the back door opens. We stop it. We can tip it through the grain door. Perfect animation on the grain door to let it slide up and down. We've got a sheet on the top there as well, but now we're just going to tip it to the left side. And up it goes. Look at that. Great animation for the cylinder underneath it as well. Absolutely fantastic. Just looks stunning. The level of detail on the panel work, on the clasps, on the kind of ratchets that keep all the body parts in place, the grain chute on the back there, it's all absolutely amazing. Very, 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 very impressed with everything in this pack. As I said, I very seldom do a mod review. I don't believe it's my kind of thing, and I only do mod reviews where machines catch my eye or they mean something particular to me. So for example, this particular piece here has been... I have had a lot of these pieces of equipment around me in my life, so they really do mean a lot. So with that, I had no hesitation in which to do it. If you haven't yet bought it and you would like to download this, this is available currently only for PC and Mac on the Mod Hub. You can download it by going to farming-simulator.com and follow the links through there, and then they will send you an email with a download link. It is very straightforward, very easy. The cost of this is a little under £5 British. I believe it comes in about £4.83, so an absolute bargain. For me personally, it would be worth it if we just had the JCB telehandler and the JCB fast track. That would be worth it alone, but to have the case, everything is much, much better. So I thoroughly encourage you to all go download it. Do go and check out Mattxjs' Facebook page as well. The links will be down below in the description, and I will even drop a little linky-dealy card thing into the video here as well, so look out for that one. But I have been Simulation for the Nation. I hope you have enjoyed this quick little overview of it, of what is a fantastic collection of vehicles, and I hope you get as much enjoyment as I do moving forward. Until next time though, we will no doubt be using all of these pieces of equipment throughout our games over the coming days, weeks, months, so do keep an eye out for that as well. Hope you have enjoyed though. We will see you again. Until next time though, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, as always, happy farming.